Women and taking the paper and going to walk and say, as we will save Afghanistan, we will save Afghanistan. But I'm saving Afghanistan by learning everything.
With the new school year underway, the transition's often more difficult for kids who are still learning English and those who are getting accustomed to American life.
CHAVEZ Juliet Smith met up with an 8-year-old Afghan refugee at CESAR CHAVEZ Elementary School to learn more about his school year.
Toran Ibrahimi is a third-grade student at CESAR CHAVEZ Elementary School. At just 8 years old, he already speaks 5 languages.
I speak Spanish, Portuguese, English, and Farsi and Uzbek.
Ibrahimi has picked up 3 of those languages along his journey since he left his home in Afghanistan, seeking refuge in the United States. He remembers the day Afghanistan fell to the Taliban 2 years ago.
I was walking in the street when I saw my friend. I said, "What are you doing here?" I said, "Run." I said, "What happened?" And he just held my friend's hand and we just run together. And he says, "Taliban is here."
The 8-year-old hasn't spoken to his friend since that day when the U.S. withdrew all forces from Afghanistan. At the time, Toran was just 6 years old.
Coming to United States, it was so hard. You have to go to, it was 10 countries.
Ibrahimi and his family traveled to Iran, Brazil, and then trekked the treacherous Darien Gap before arriving in Oregon. The Darien Gap is a notoriously dangerous rainforest. Ibrahimi was one of 133,000 people who made this crossing in 2021.
And sometimes we didn't have something to eat. It was a hard time. I hate Taliban because they broke my country.
Despite the sadness he feels for his country and the people he's left behind, he loves his new home in Oregon. The best part, he says, is going to school.
This school is just not your friends. You're going to not a house and you're not a family.
His friend family helps him learn English and adjust to American life. Erica White is his teacher at CESAR CHAVEZ Elementary School. She says she's seen a boost in his confidence since he's become more fluent in English.
Being a teacher, you learn from your students almost as much as they learn from you.
Including a perspective most of the other students don't have.
We were talking about September 11th. On September 11th, and they flashed up a picture of Afghanistan. He's like, "Mrs. White, I'm from there." He goes, "The Taliban broke my country." I almost started crying.
Taliban's come in and they break, like in September 11, some of them fall from a plane. It was nothing to do. Everybody was sad.
White says it's awesome to have a child with so much world knowledge in the classroom. Now, Ibrahimi helps her communicate with other non-English speaking students. Ibrahimi loves books and is the classroom librarian.
They can grow our brains, plants, and you can say, "Hey, we grow," because we read book and we grow.
He has big plans to go to college and already knows what he wants to do.
I want to be an astronaut.
In Eugene, I'm Juliet Smith reporting.
Not as well. Anyways, the majority of tickets have already been sold. You can head to ccslc.org to find other ways to donate to families in our community.
The Catholic Community Services, that's really the group that's been helping this family. Juliet Smith will be hosting the Catholic Community Services event. It's called the Great Hour of Caring. That's happening tomorrow morning at venue 252 at 8 a.m. in Eugene. For over 70 years, Catholic Community Services has been a staple of support for refugees, immigrants, and unhoused in Lane County. Their largest annual fundraiser aims to break last year's donation record.
That fundraiser helps us run all of our programs, including our Refugee and Immigrant Services program.
Now, like Brandon said, the majority of the tickets have already been sold, but you can head to our website to learn more.